Hey everyone, so we're in a different setting today because if you can see from the title, I'm going to do this tag that I found just searching YouTube. It's called I'm calling it the tattoo tag, but I've seen other videos title it the I love tattoos tag. I don't know. It's not really beauty or like fashion or hair or anything like that, but I find tattoos beautiful. I find it as a really nice art form. I don't know, but I'm just going to get into it. I have the list written here on my iPad, so if I glance away, that's what I'm looking at. There are 11 questions, and I'm going to answer them as best as I possibly can. And if you'd like, at the end of this video, I will insert pictures of all of my tattoos. Number 1, how many tattoos do you have? Last I counted, I had 8. Number 2, what's your favorite tattoo you have? This is a hard one. I mean, like many people who get tattoos, they all mean something to me. But I think I'd have to say my favorite tattoo is this one on my wrist. This is my, my most recent one. And I got this, last year? No, not last year. 2 years ago, I got this, and I think this is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. Number 3, how old were you when you got your first tattoo? I was 18, because that's how old you have to be in the US. I'm not sure about other countries, but I know here you have to be 18. Or you can be under 18 with parent permission. I know not most tattoo shops allow that, even though like if your parents there to sign the waiver for you, but I was 18. It was actually my 18th birthday, and I was one of those where I liked tattoos. I liked them on other people, but me personally, I didn't want any. But then I turned 18, and I got my first tattoo from my mommy, who passed away, and I knew that that was something that I personally wanted. Number 4, what do your parents think of your tattoos? It's funny. I mean, I have 8 of them, and I know every time I get a new one, my dad tells me I'm wasting my money and I could spend my money on something else. But I actually have one for him as well, and that's what he told me when I first showed him. And then later, a family friend told me how like proud, not proud, but how like excited he was when he told her that I had gotten a tattoo for him. But if my mom was still around, I don't think she would like my tattoos as much as I like my tattoos. My parents are very old-fashioned. Number 5, does your boyfriend like your tattoos? If so, what's his favorite? My boyfriend does like my tattoos. He actually has tattoos himself. And it's funny because when I started dating him, he had none. Actually, no, I think he was getting his first one. And then after we started dating, he seemed to have gotten more. At times I think he has more than me, but he's got like a half sleeve going on, so I think he counts that as 1. I just have 8 random ones placed strategically, I think. What's his favorite? I don't know, honestly. I know he likes when I have stars going up my rib cage, and I know he likes when they peek through, like out the bottom of my shirt sometimes. And I think he likes the quote that I have on my hip, but I don't know what his favorite one would be. Number 6, did you always have a love for tattoos, and what was your inspiration? Like I said, growing up, you know, I did like them. I find the beauty in the tattoos rather than it being like a marking. But yeah, I guess I always had a love for them. And then once I started getting tattooed, I love them even more. It's true. Once you get your first tattoo, that, like, it's your craving, as they say. It really comes out more. What was your inspiration? All of my tattoos mean something to me, personally. But I know, like, my quote that I have on my hip, which I will insert a picture, it's a quote from the original children's book, Peter Pan, the actual J.M. Barrie version. And that means a whole lot to me. But like, I have tattoos for my mom and for my dad and my brother and my little sister, and I have, you know, one for my favorite band. But they all, I don't really have an inspiration, they just all mean something to me. So I guess that's inspirational. Like, my parents inspired me to get the ones that I've got for them. I don't know. 7, do you plan on getting more tattoos in your future? Yes, definitely. Actually, this coming Sunday, September 9th, is the 3rd annual Wildwood Tattoo Convention, and I've been going for the past 2 years. It's the 3rd annual, so it's only been for 2 years. My boyfriend and I have gone since the first one, and we will be going this Sunday, and depending on funds and who's there, and you know, that all factors in, because I know what I want my next tattoo to be. I just don't know if I'm going to get it at the convention or wait until I have a little more money and go see my artist. 8. Which tattoo would you say was the most painful? My rib cage. Hands down, my rib cage. It's true. Your ribs hurt. Oh my gosh. It hurts so badly. And I knew that going in. I knew it was going to hurt. I knew it was going to be painful, but I didn't realize how painful it was going to be. I'm sorry if I'm scaring anybody from getting their ribs tattooed, but it hurts so badly. In fact, the stars that I have going down my ribcage are not finished, and my artist actually started coloring my bottom stars, and then he would go and outline the top stars, and then go back and color some more in and outline some more, and then finally I was like, I'm done. I have to stop. But yeah, that's my most painful one. 9. Do you regret any of your tattoos and why? I don't regret any per se, but there are a few that I wish looked differently. Just the way that like they're colored and I guess placement, because I know there's 2 that I wish were a little different, but I don't regret getting them. I just regret how they look. 10. What was your least painful tattoo? I would say my wrist. That was my least painful one. I mean, obviously the one that hurt the worst was my rib cage, and my foot, it really didn't hurt. And then when I got my quote done on my hip bone, that didn't hurt. I don't know. That's actually a funny story, because like as he's tattooing it, I'm laying on the table and I'm like playing Angry Birds and I'm falling asleep, and it was, you know what, actually, yeah, my quote, that was my least painful tattoo, and I think the best experience I've ever had getting tattooed. Yeah. And 11, who would you like to tag? I tag all of you, honestly, all you guys out there. I tag all of you to go and share your tattoo stories with everyone. And in fact, if you have tattoos and you do this tag, leave it as a video response, because I'd love to watch it. So yeah, and until next time, I guess, later.